Making a video today to go over some new tools I bought that are a great improvement upon my old tools. And so the latest purchases are a Koken nut gripper deep socket set, Koken 2 double universal impact 1/2 inch, Koken double universal hand ratchet 1/2 inch, Koken 16 millimeter spark plug socket with a spring clip, 3/8 drive, some Knipex Cobras. I actually got a set of 5, so there's 3 between here, and slip pliers, I guess they're called. And very happy with these tools. Never had pliers or pipe wrench pliers this nice before. You know, these are literally replacing some of these things. This is all I've known my whole life, and then using something like this is just almost like a dream come true. I never even knew these existed till watching your guys' YouTube videos. I don't think I even had a tool that does what this does. Not even a bad one. And this is replacing these, which I've used my whole life and just assumed that this is what pliers were. But these are incredible. They lock. They work and they don't move back and forth. So very happy with Knipex. I think I'm gonna buy a lot of them. I'm just gonna continue to watch YouTube videos to get ideas. Doing some comparisons. Got a 13 millimeter onto the Koken ratchet, and we got a 13 millimeter on the Icon ratchet. You can see the play is pretty significant there on the Icon. You could also see the gap right there versus the Koken. It's got some play, but it's very minimal relatively. It's almost nothing relatively. And the gap, you could barely get your thumbnail in there. So very happy with the continuous upgrade. You know, I started with something like this, Great Neck RA12, worked great, never had any problems with it. Watching the YouTube videos, upgraded to you know, the Icon, loved it, but ended up even further upgrading to the Koken. So very happy with the evolution, and I don't regret getting these Icons at all. I plan to, you know, abuse these ones and not try to break them, but make sure they're the ones that break if something breaks, and pretty much go easy on these. I bought these on Amazon without the warranty because I think that's a smarter thing to do. It's much cheaper, and I don't plan to use the warranty regardless. For this one, if it breaks, it should be no sweat to get a new one. So that's my strategy. We'll see how it works. It's a DIY, so none of this is probably even going to break or barely be used. Who am I kidding? But to upgrade from a ratchet like this I used my whole life to something like this, and then to decide that, you know, this, I still want a better quality, to end up here is just amazing. I did spend hours on eBay looking at used Snap-on ratchets, and I just couldn't do it for $100 when I can get, you know, a Koken for 50. I just couldn't bring myself to make the purchase. So to review some of the new tools, this double universal has like a ball type of hex thing in there, whereas the impact has a spine. You can push these in. It's kind of a spring on both of them. These nut grip sockets are great, you know. I look forward to using them. Those are pretty good. Definitely not coming out. And for the old method where it falls out. So got these for pretty cheap. I only got the set that had the sizes I typically use. Working on Toyotas. 8, 10, 12, 14. It also comes with a 13, the one I'm testing right now. And some comparisons. This is the Koken double impact. I already had the Icons single impact universal, so I don't want to buy two tools, but I mean, looking at the diameter, it's night and day. The Koken comes with this little clip thing. Pop out, some kind of safety thing. And I don't know, maybe I will get the Koken. Try not to be wasteful in buying double stuff. You know, ratchets are bad enough, so I'll probably just use this until I come into a situation where I just have to have it. Who knows? That might happen sooner than later. But differences are, this is more like a cylinder versus like a ball detent. So it's pretty different there. And you know, look, this aren't new tools, but this is from my Koken's half-inch set. It's a single universal. And this is a Power Torque universal I've had for quite some time, half-inch. They're almost the same size, but the Koken is smaller, just by a very small amount. Get that lined up. There we go. Barely any, but you know, clearly I prefer this than to this. You know, this seems like it would get locked up a little, where this seems like it will always turn. So, very happy to move from this to this. You know, I'm glad I didn't get the Icon version of this. I already had this at home. I said, let's not buy too much stuff. So that was good. Another topic I'll go over is after I got my ratchets. Been researching a lot on greasing or oiling them. After much research on Garage Journal, I decided to go the oil route. This one I found on the side of the road. Never cleaned it or lubed it ever. Used it my whole life, which is very light use, DIY, weekend warrior, taking years off at a time. Worked great. Opened it up, put motor oil in there. Absolutely works great. I don't mind it being loud. So I think cleaning is much more important than lubrication. So I plan to clean them every couple of years, and maybe every 5 years if I'm not working, depending on which ones are getting heavy use. Maybe I'll clean those once a year, and the ones I'm not using once every 5 to 10 years. But to go from this to this to this was just great. But you know, didn't open any of the Kokens. The back drag's so light, I don't want to mess with it, so I'm gonna leave those alone, not open them up. But all the Icons, full of grease, opened them up, put oil in there, and very happy with the results. Back drag's still high, but I think it's much better. This one was packed with grease. This one had is grease, but less grease. Change it to oil. The oil I used is this. Let me know in the comments if you think this is a bad or a good oil. Chain lube, I think it works great. It's what I had, so I'm a fan of that. Not to get a bunch of different oils that I don't need. And very happy with the results. This one seemed like it had oil in it. Not a whole lot, but it was very well lubricated. So I cleaned it out and put my own oil in there. So it's interesting that this one was the driest. This one had a small amount of grease, maybe the proper amount, and this one was pretty packed with grease. So I'm very happy with opening them up and cleaning them. I I think the back drag has decreased, but still very high according to my calibrated thumb spin. And all in all, very happy with upgrading the tools. Got a few more tools coming in. I basically purchased this, and also 3/8 and 1/4 inch will be coming in. And I got a couple more Koken ratchets on order, and after that I don't plan to buy any more ratchets. I hope these are the last two. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please make a comment, like, and subscribe.